Okay, little peach Sheik analysis here. This is from last night at the local. Just thought I'd run through it, perhaps for future me, perhaps for other Sheik players, and just take a look at this. So, going to Battlefield first right off the bat here. This is the best of three against Malachi. Playing Peach, we're thinking about staying at a range where we can always pounce, so it's not safe for them to grab turnips. We want to space them out with our aerials. Bear is really nice, has really long range, as is Fair. When they are recovering or they are above us and they're trying to get down, we can really take our time because they're in a really bad spot, and we're going to wait out things like air dodges, like panic aerials. We're going to try to do our consistent punishes off of our down throws and hope that things go well from there. So let's go ahead, take a look at some of this and see how I do. Got the bucket hat going too. That's pretty important. Just adds a little splash of color to my play. Alright, here we go. Charging needles, running off, getting this nice fair. I like getting this kind of chip damage at 0 to make, their crouch a little bit less of a threat. But I know that Malachi also loves charging in with a relatively defensive character, so I just thought I would put this here, and it ended up kind of working, right? So he air dodges away. Let's see, we get hit in this interaction here. Okay. So I get this hit. So his response to me being on the platform is to kind of come at me at the height that I'm at, which is pretty understandable. This is somewhere where I could have gone to top plat. I could have also retreated on platform. I could have also gone under him, but this is just a really smart read. I have a bad habit of, if something works, I just kind of do it again, and what he just is doing here is going to beat what I just did pretty hard. So he's going to get that series of hits off. He's got me to 34. All right. Looking at this position, he is not nearly as threatening because he's not on the platform, right? Like, he can't just crouch whatever I hit him with. But he also, he can back air. He could just kind of keep floating and try to land somewhere. Ideally, right, we shark him out of this with up air and turn it into a combo, but he kind of knows that. So we're going to play around that bait. Let's see. Yeah, see, so he rushes down to bear. Maybe tried to down smash there. I was a little preemptive. That's a spot where you can wait, right? The Peach knows they're in a bad spot. They're probably going to do some sort of panic. You kind of want to just let that breathe and see what happens, because if they don't do anything, you stay in a pretty good position, and if they commit, you have a pretty guaranteed punish. So I know to get out of there, though, right? Like, let's not double jump into a down smash. Stay a little bit more defensive, back up. A little bit more aggressive there is not great. This is a classic, this float fair. I'm in the corner, right? It's really safe for them to hit this on shield because I just go to ledge. They're going to do that kind of all the time. I just didn't get my shield out there. And I double jumped right into the turnip. So that was definitely, this stock, I remember I was definitely waking up a little bit. I kind of was not ready to play in melee on this sort of level, so didn't let that one get to me, and I kept it pushing. So right here, a little pressure just to see if we try to roll or something. And we're going to try to use fairs. We're going to space this bear. I'm not going to go back, but I spaced the bear in such a way that the whole time that I'm rising up and falling, I shouldn't be able to be clipped by down smash. It's only when the hitbox is out that my leg is near Peach, and I think that that's usually fine, because if I have to hit out, I'm usually stopping them from down smashing. The issue is just if they're ready to kind of down smash on reaction, things get a little dicier, but that's when you got to just bait it out, right? All right, so we got our down throw here. Nice nair. I think that was fine. Maybe could have up aired, but I usually like only up airing when I have a platform that I can land on and kind of continue it. But this is the same sort of position we were in earlier, where he's not on the platform, he's above the platform, and I can apply a little pressure. So let's see what I do. All right. So I do this back air. I like this because it would have beat what he did last time. Like, if he just wants to try to land, it kind of beats that timing. He retreated a little bit further away with that turnip throw and shield. That's fine, because he's still kind of trapped on this platform. And I think you can see, yeah, he accidentally rolls here, and I just react. I bear, and he holds down, which I think actually is kind of nice for me, because he's still stuck on this platform. So I didn't quite drift over fast enough to get another bear there. You know, if I had read that he was just going to neutral get up, maybe I could have thrown one out really quickly. But again, this position's not bad for me, right? We're staying safe. Like, even when he reacts as fast as possible out of shield, he shouldn't be able to get to me. I'm holding good position. Maybe using bear a little bit too much there. Like, obviously up air would have been nice there, or at least kind of change up a little bit about where that bear positioning is, because again, I kind of have that tendency to, if something works, I keep doing it. Peach coming down with this bear. I know to get out of there. Okay, so that was interesting. I guess one thing you can do is shield, but I just know Malachi loves down smash, and jumping is somewhat committal, but at the same time, like, I just have a read that he's gonna down smash, and you can get a lot off of it if you know it's coming, right? Because right here, I'm pretty much free to use whatever aerial I want to turn into a combo or get some positioning. So I guess I just fair there. Yeah, that could have been more. Could have been a down air. Could have been an up air. Looking at his percent, but let's see what I do here. I'm going to get smashed in the face with this pan. So I could have just ran up and grabbed. I don't know why this happened. Maybe I took my finger off the controller. This is where I would maybe check my input if I had access to my input. If this was a slippy replay, I'd see if I actually tried to dash attack or grab there. But instead, I'm going to get whacked, and I'm going to try to attack out of it, and he's going to stuff me. So Malachi, also a very offensive player, right? He's constantly attacking out of these defensive positions and just kind of beats me to the punch there. That's maybe a spot I could have just held my ground. I literally could have held down, too. That's another thing people don't really think about is no one wants to hold down against Peach because of down smash. But if she has to come to you, you're way safer, because I feel like it's very rare that they're going to run up and then down smash, right? Like, they're probably going to dash attack, and if they're not going to dash attack, they're going to bear or nair or something, right? So it's actually fairly safe to just hold down. That's somewhere I could have held down. I could have held shield and got a grab off this. No matter. Get up attack gets me out. This position, again, fine. He's floating. He's above a platform. I'm just going to wait and try to shark him. I'm kind of surprised his position has come up so much. Okay, really good bait. Now I'm kind of seeing why he did that. It's because the float cancel fair. You can go back and watch that again. With the float cancel fair, there's no lag on that. The hitbox doesn't even come out. So it looks like he's going to come down and hit me. Let's just see. So right here. So, ooh, can I not frame advance? Okay, what is it? E? E is frame advance. Whoopsies. Bear with me, folks. Okay. So we can see the fair does not even come out. He transfers into a down smash right here, and he eats me for breakfast. So I think that all Sheik players should be very, very well aware of the fact that they can jump into a down smash when the Peach is on a side plat. But I like my positioning, because if I did not bear, this down smash would totally have missed, and it would have given me a free hit. And I didn't really think that he would do a really fast option, like not actually having the fair come out. As soon as I saw the fair come out, I thought I'd have time to punish. It's very clever to just float cancel that before the hit even comes out and just turn it into a down smash. But I think next time, and especially against Peach and these slower characters, like waiting and baiting is going to be a much stronger strategy. So here's maybe a position where next time I could have just not thrown out a hitbox and just reacted to what happened. So I get kind of... Ooh, let's go back and see. Whack. Okay, I'm on the other platform now. There's a good space. Take some ground, right? I run back. I don't really love that jump, but it ends up kind of working out that I can do that falling back air. Turnaround shield so fast, and I grab out of it, I guess, because I thought... I somehow got a lot of preemptive grabs where I grabbed him out of him running at me, which I don't think will work consistently. So that was working in this set, but I don't think I should keep doing that because he could easily just not run up, and it's very punishable. So I couldn't tell if he was going to land on the side plat here. You can kind of nair to hedge your bets. This is kind of a hard mix-up that maybe I should think about studying a little bit more, but it's really hard when it's this ambiguous. But I just figured, you know what, if he's going to land on the platform, I'm going to try to down air and punish that really hard, because this could turn into a kill, versus if I just get a fair, it's definitely not going to kill. And I'd get an edge guard, but, you know, I'd rather go for this option, so we'll see. So, not working here. Now, reading the neutral getup while he rolls in. Not the biggest deal. Could have done something fancy with runoff like needle on the inside of plat. But that's just, regular, got it mixed up. Grab him again out of him trying to dash attack me. I don't know really what to say about that. I guess it's working. I don't know if I'm doing it instinctively. I know Marth actually has a really good time doing this against Sheik, so maybe there's more to it than I'm giving it credit for, but I feel like this loses to a lot of float stuff, and if he has more patience. So let's get the down throw here, get the fair.
Melee stats, Danny.
Ooh, so I really like this bait. We can go back and watch that. But you can kind of see I land on the platform. I can tell that he's at a platform that is perfect for sharking me. And I tried right here. You can see the height he's floating at. I do this wave dash back because I think in his mind, this looks like a perfect spot for him to try to just like poke at me and get away safely. So you can see this back air comes out. Very perfectly outspaced. This is probably the best thing I did this whole set. A drop in fair. Maybe I could have up aired. I don't think it would have killed. I'll take the fair, right? I'll take the position.
Let us roll the
I don't know what I was thinking here.
dice.
I ended up
you also got a reflip if you don't like the
that was nuts. Here, I see him coming down.
Result.
I'm going to try to outspace that and just bear, which I think is great.
So I'm looking
and
up point.
Run up shield. And I think, I don't know exactly what I was looking for, but just for him to maybe throw out some sort of attack, some sort of panic option. And here I try to stop him from jumping. He ends up F-tilting. Not sure why he did that, but this is still going to be a knockdown, and we can try to cover this situation. I did not quite put the down smash close enough to him for it to hit, and now I'm in a tough position. So other thing is down smash and down tilt have the same number of frames before they are active, but they both start on 5, and I think down tilt could have been a much safer option there just because it takes less time, and I maybe could have turned around grabbed. But now I'm in the corner. He's at 145. Jab, grab. That's tough. I kind of not aware of how to get around this turn up. I try to fade away, thinking he's going to throw it at kind of where the ledge is, like straight down from the ledge. It's a little bit outside of that. I get clipped.
You want to
reflip?
reflip?
Kills me very early, right? So that's pretty strong from him. I think I could pay a little bit more attention to where he's actually throwing the turn up from, and all of this came out of the fact that, I had him trapped in the corner, ripped the down smash with not quite the timing and spacing I needed. Could have used a safer option. So
use your reflip
going to the next
now.
stock right here. Like we just want to grab. We want a soft hit. Jab is also a great option, like to get this stock out of here. So go up here, try to bear. Just kind of throwing some aerials out in the air. He comes down with a fair, knocks me down on platform. This could be really bad, right? Because he combos it. I'm able to jump out of a lot of these combos. I think that the only thing that he can do to stop that is, do his own aerials, which I think normally, he's normally not going to like short hop or full hop in there in that spot. So I actually don't mind that. I like jumping and getting out of there. I know another one is like, you can just do like frame 1 nair out, especially against Samus and kind of Peach, where they have like this really crazy shield pressure. Sometimes it's just better to nair out because they're also slow enough, unlike Fox and Falco, that like they can't follow you when you nair. Like as long as you kind of have a plan about where you're going to drift, if they kind of commit at all, they can't really do a whole lot to you. So he's going to down tilt here. I have a bit of an opening. I don't know. I didn't really fast fall here. Again, I don't know what this F tilt is, but that's going to give me an opening that he got a shield up for a second. I'm not sure if this was a poke, but either way, I think going for that fair makes sense, and I think trying to follow it up with something also makes sense, like maybe fair grab. I don't know, fair grab, fair jab, something like that. But that should definitely kill. We're making up some ground here. We're gonna get some needles. He's gonna get a turn up. There's nothing we can do about that when he has invincibility. So this is a spot that I think is very interesting because it depends on their float height, and their float height can have very subtle differences that can affect how this interaction is played. I think that you have some pretty weird outs, one of which is you just kind of run under them. If you think they're going to stay at that height, you can run under an up tilt, which can sometimes turn into something juicy. You can hold down if you think they're just going to run into you and bear, but they're going to try to like kind of threaten you in this aerial space, and that's not like the worst thing ever. I feel like the worst thing is them coming down with some sort of pressure on your shield, because when you get the float cancel aerials, like that's just such a strong option. So I think really try not to be predictable about where your location is when they do this is important, so they can't get kind of their optimal float cancel pressure. And I think that you also have to challenge this a certain amount of time. So if they're not high enough, F-tilt will connect, or you can preemptively F-tilt to catch them when they descend with that aerial to hit you. But that's kind of a tight timing, and if they float high enough, definitely harder to hit. But every once in a while, you definitely need to challenge this by just jumping and naring, fairing, something to kind of say like, hey, you can't be doing this all the time, right? Or you can just give them some space. You can back up a little bit and see if they can kill you. So Malachi's going to do this bear, I guess expecting me to jump into this. I kind of hold my ground. This is a spot that I could have actually just waited and attacked out of. But I end up rolling out of the corner because the other thing with float is it's really hard to change your momentum. So once you start drifting one way, it takes a long time to drift the other. So when he's drifting into me, unless something crazy happens, I know I'm fairly safe rolling the other direction. And that's what I do, and then I roll a second time just because I'm not trying to mess with that, right? Like, Peach is slow. I can always play the spots that I want to play. I didn't want to play that spot. I roll out. I really don't lose that much position. It's fine. Turn my back. Would have been a great time to bear here. I guess that's what I end up doing. I just do it slowly. So it ends up being a trade instead. And I escape the platform. I escape the top plat. I like all this, right? Like, Peach is not that fast. I have nickel and diming her, and I'm getting out instead of playing unfavorable mix-ups. So right here, the same position. Again, I feel like this is advantageous for Sheik, so I'm kind of curious why it's come up so much that he is above the platform, and I can just put the bear out. I guess that time he was fast enough. That was interesting. I guess he was fast enough to get the bear out kind of falling into me. And I jump out before he can combo off of it, which is good until, he does something fast enough that I get hit and then I have no double jump, but this gets me out. If I'm fast, I have an opening here. I can fall with needles. I can fall right next to him and try to bait out a down smash, or fall next to him and crouch and try to bait out a dash attack. What I actually do. I fall next to him and shield. So I don't know about that, because even if he down smashes, like, I don't know, I'm not that fast. So I think I should recognize that as a spot I can be more offensive, right? Like, I have a good position there. He's at disadvantage. He bears, hits my shield. This should be a nair. I may have tried to nair there and just did it too early, but in any event, I missed that. I retreat. He does this dare, but like, that doesn't really matter. Right? I can just kind of roll out. I can just kind of get out. I was crouching that time, which was good, except for, I retreat off of this instead of trying to force the issue. And then I force the issue after he beats me to the punch. So I think that there's times that he is in a weaker position that I don't capitalize on it, and then as soon as he realizes that, he tries to capitalize and he beats me to the punch. So if I can take the position and commit, that's great. And if I'm not going to commit, I need to just totally back off and not get hit by things like this dash attack. Like, I could have just held down. I don't know if that would have worked at this percent, actually. But I also could have shielded. Also could have just done something to retreat.
Gotta get a third point.
I escaped there. Tech rolling against Peach. Always pretty strong because she's so slow. She has to read it. Doing this dare at this height, like, I can recognize that this is a height that F-tilt will work. But really, any of my aerials should work. But I guess I'm still worried about getting clipped by it, so I run away. And the bear's
even on a roll.
I think that bear is great, but unlike fair, there's not one hitbox, there's 4, and there's really only one of the 4 hitboxes that you want. So you have to really make sure that they're not going to get hit by one of those softer hitboxes. You got to make sure that you are only going to be hitting with the furthest part of it, and I got hit one of these soft hits there. So maybe another move would have been better, or no move at all. Here, I'm in the corner. I try to race in. I guess it actually works this time. I power shield. Maybe I hope that was supposed to be an air. Grabbing's not going to work. I feel like they're just not going to give you that option, especially with float cancel aerials. There's just so little end lag that they can usually get an attack out before you can get the grab out. So he's going to pressure my shield down here. I'm going to keep grabbing for reasons that are beyond me. So I get out, and I can't capitalize. So I roll behind him. I see the forward smash. Had I just stayed put, I could have done more off of it, but instead I panic and back up, and then I give him too much time. I miss. I get spot dodged. At least I don't get down smash. So the other thing that you got to look at here, my shield's getting a little smaller. You play Sheik, you have the nice luxury of having a big old fat shield, and you can take a couple down smashes, which is not the case with a lot of other characters, but this is a position where I got to realize, like, okay, you don't have that much shield? Let's take it easy for a second, right? Like, maybe we go to ledge, maybe we go to platforms, maybe we just kind of hold our ground with spaced aerials, but, like, let's not get in positions where you have to use that shield right now. Let's just kind of buy some time, because it's really easy to run away from Peach, and getting shield poked would be really bad.
25% chance.
I'm here. That was a nice fair on reaction to him trying to come out of shield, and I think grab was a good option there. I think that works a decent amount of time. I think he was just very fast with the nair. I think the mix-up here is that you can hold down, is that you can shield, is that, I guess tilting is another part. Doing like an up tilt is part of this mix-up. I don't think it would have worked there, but just another thing to keep in mind is with these floaties, when you pop them up, there's kind of always a chance that they're going to attack out of it, and there's always a chance that they're going to do nothing out of it. And you kind of play that 50-50, but I would generally stay more reserved and kind of expect them to counterattack out of that position, because I think that's what a lot of people are used to, and I don't know, I just get a lot of mileage off that. So I get hit pretty far away here. He's really not good at, I don't know, that or he's just going for reads or he just doesn't care, but he kind of just walked right into my up B there. I'll take that. I'll ledge dash. This is another position where I can set up a bear. That's fine. He's going to do this down air again, but down smash isn't fast enough, right? Like, I think there, I certainly don't mind trading is the other thing. If he doesn't fast fall that down air, like one of the weak hits with my back air, I'll happily trade that. But you can also just time it so that even if he falls as fast as possible and down smashes as fast as possible, like the move's only so fast, right? Like I can just beat it. And you see this spacing, I'm drifting away. So I guess that's not as important here, but it's just you want to do it in such a way where you can hit them when they're totally true crouching, and if they down smash after, you're far away enough that it doesn't hit, and it turns into another opening for you. So tech roll away. Now he's really in the corner. That was an okay fair. I think I was a little too far away. I think I need to recognize like Sheik's drift. Like I fully drifted in and I didn't hit him. If I can't hit him when I fully drift in, then fully drifting in, I'm kind of just serving myself up, which is what I do there, and ended up kind of serving up into this combo.
All right.
So, shield this.
We're gonna put Graves on.
Nice. Doing that back air on reaction, kind of dropping through and seeing if he's going to just charge in, because he seems to like to do that a lot. This landing here is kind of risky by him. I think he knows he's in hot water, and he's going to probably try to do a panic option out of it. Let's see if I can cover that. So I F-tilt. That's fine. He's still in the corner. He's still pressured, right? I'm kind of giving him this space. Do this retreating fair to see what he's going to do. He's still in the corner. He does another one of those down airs. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm fast enough that I can get my shield out. His jab goes the wrong way, and as soon as I see that, I'm able to grab him. So same here. This is a little ambiguous. I'm not sure what I do this time. I think rising nair can be okay because you get the strong hit if they don't go on the platform, and you can get the soft hit, which can sometimes combo, or if they tech roll in and you lay it on the platform, you might have enough time to run in and cover it. So I'm just going to fair here. I think that's fine. You can see from his DI, I don't think he was particularly expecting that, but I think I like that I can set up needles really easily from here.
Very good.
So I throw that needles a little preemptive. Right idea, though, because you can see, had I thrown it a little later, it would have hit him out of this double jump, which I think would have been good. I think also being on that platform and jumping up and throwing needles, you get a better angle. That maybe could have been wise. So I'm getting more needles here, but I'm not really going to throw them. There's just too much of a chance of him reversing me, I guess. This helps me get needles and just kind of threatens it, right? Or not. I just throw it before he even shows up. So run off and do this fair. Little bit panicked. Like, I think an air dodge is pretty likely, especially Malachi just likes to hold forwards. So I could have not done the fair and then instead done an aerial on reaction, but he makes it back. I kind of do this late sloppy down smash, right? Because I'm trying to still, maybe I have a little bit of frame advantage. Maybe I have enough time to down smash. I don't think it's going to work against a player like him. And now, especially because I'm facing the wrong direction, I'm giving him some pressure. So I shield this. You know, he could have just ran up and grabbed me. I'm still in the corner, but I get out somewhat okay, and then
I'm going to see them in Oakland.
So good play from him.
We should get tickets. They're playing with Jeff Rosen.
Say about that. Nice turnip drop.
At the Fox, I believe.
And I'm done.
But yeah.
Okay. Not a great spot. I think we are maybe 1 or 2 more hits, or probably just 1 more hit away from having down throw be a guaranteed kill. I can get him with something cheeky here. I could do down throw into down air if he goes on a side plat. Otherwise, this might be tough. This might also be a time to throw some needles. You can get that last kind of 10%.
Like him out.
So he's in the corner.
Anyway, looks like
I'm invincible.
Not gonna make quick work of Lantern.
Just trying to pressure him a little bit. I don't know if he's making quick work of me. Cake stand. That's a little presumptive. But I bait him and I hit him with his bear. He's coming down. Okay, you can see he's down airing. There's a small window here. I guess it was very small. So he's going to start to fair. I'm retreating. He's retreating. I win because I'm the one who's retreating. So I would say that is pretty smart.
Run the shit, bitch.
Getting the kill without taking any percent. Escape to plats. He's going to maybe try to poke me here. And he does. I don't know why I just dropped shield. I think if I had wave dashed into one of the corners of the platform, could have been an opportunity for me. Double jump out. It's just a little panicky, but now this is a position where I can come down with an aerial, get the aerial out instantly, and then land instantly. Hopefully turn that into something. Let's see what I do. Ooh, not quite fast enough. He's got the bear out, but you saw I was going for the fair. That was the right idea. I'm up to 24.
What's Lantern going to do here?
I'm doing a lot of double jump out of these pressure situations that he puts me in, which it's working, but I don't think it should. So, all right, shield pressure. I get out, right? Rolling strong, naring out is strong. Now I can come up, jab. That is insane that worked. We need to go back and reset. Okay. So we've kind of all seen
what's
this
Lantern going to do
already.
here?
Get out, jab. So I guess I'm expecting him to kind of run in or do nothing. But I guess somehow this covers jump and don't do anything, where the needles perfectly line him up to go ahead, get grabbed. Here, F tilt works, up air works if you're fast. You can also wait if you think that he's going to try to do something like nair and go from there. He's going to, looks like, try to double jump out. And I do nothing, which is certainly not correct. I guess I was a little slow and don't get any punish. But now that I've seen he's double jumped away, he's really put himself in a tough spot. I get an up air. It's time to go to town, right? Up tilt, and we're probably going to up air again. He still hasn't touched the ground. He has no way out. Did not get my dash before that fair, so I miss it. But he missed this nair, which means he's also falling and has no way to cover himself, and I'm too slow. So, staying on the plat, falling off the plat, right? I kind of baited him there. I back aired, but that's just not going to hit. He's landing on me again. I'm able to be evasive. I'm moving in such a way that I'm not going to get hit, and there is still a chance that he is going to get hit, which obviously is strong for this game plan. I think that he's also just trying to wrap this game up and get to the next one. So, that one I'm able to punish. Hopefully, yep, we actually get a hit off this. I like fair here because it sets up for an edge guard. There's a potential for me just running off and fairing here. That's a mix-up I could have done. I chose not to. I could have also thrown these needles. I chose not to. I wanted to react to what he was going to do. This fair is a little early, but you can see... actually, I think this fair early was on purpose because it's baiting him, right? He kind of sees the aerial. I think that, you know... It's not supposed to hit, right? It's just supposed to bait something out, and I get something. Because I know him, I know the way he plays, I know he's going to do something like this. You air dodge above the platform, like that's a free hit. I probably could have been a lot faster about covering that because I kind of was expecting it. Also, up tilt, not going to work here because he's going to land on the platform. So, it's kind of that. I'm at a good spacing here where if I bared, I would be safe, but I'm sure he's just going to shield, and if I pushed him right now, he would get slide off and he would be actionable. So I should not do that. So it's smart for me to go in. I also get stage position this way, right? And now he's going to try to chase me. I'm actually fast enough to bear again, get this nice fair. Now I'm going to throw the needles. Now I'm hitting him out of that because, again, I just didn't expect him to be the kind of player to get hit by that. You don't make assumptions. He's floating at a height that F-tilt will absolutely eat him up. Jumping, I like just threatening things. I like threatening the needle that at this, this trajectory would be low. Where's my mouse? Oop. So if I threw the needle, it would be kind of like right through here. I'm not going to do that here, but I'm going to threaten it. And then I also have the threat of an aerial. Nair is here because it's fast. It lasts a decent amount of time, and it has good range. But I think that he's timed this so that I can't stay in the air long enough. But he air dodges, right? This guy loves to air dodge, and I kind of would have covered that had I just waited a smidge longer on that forward tilt. Turnaround grab totally would have worked here. I don't know. I'd like jumping. Somehow I know he's going to roll, and I was covering that, I guess. So got him in the corner. That needle is going to keep him on ledge. Peach is weak on ledge, and accidental tournament winner. Perfect. Up air, that might have been a time to up air. I should probably know the percent for that. My guess is it's like 110, so probably not going to work there, but now we're in a position. He keeps trying to come out with the fair. Could have just gone over me. Could have just recovered. This guy just loves to attack out of disadvantage so much. Here's my little Peach tech. So, for one, obviously back air is just a really good move. And I see when he puts the parcel up here, it's like, okay, I can get a back air here. I don't even need to be strong, right? This is kind of a position, same with like Yoshi, where it's like, I don't need to hit you with a strong move. I just need to push you off stage and kind of go from there. And kind of manicure that situation. I get a little percent each time, and then eventually, when I have a really clear opening, that's when I'm going to pounce. So, hit Peach off, and now, right, I see that he's low enough that I can do my special tech, and I just go low and do this rising up air. So, I didn't do it that low there. I didn't need to do it that low there because I saw the height that he was floating at, but no matter if they go to ledge or if they go to stage, this rising up air covers every height. It goes from the bottom up, so you can't get hit by the parasol. And we know, because he's at 130, that no matter how he DIs, this is going to kill. And indeed, it does. So that was a really clean stock, actually. I feel like a couple key moments, like that edge guard, that I was just able to kind of keep control, take advantage of his habits. I think that's one of my strong suits as a player, is recognizing and taking advantage of habits. So I'm playing in the middle here. I'm going to wait for him to threaten me because he's slow. So I want center. If he's going to let me have center, fine. If not, I will have enough time to react like this turn up and get out of center. Again, here, I thought maybe he'd try to come in, just like landed center stage. I was really eager to get my needles out. A little too eager because he's going to bait that. He probably saw that one coming. This also hurts me that I have so many needles. One needle would have been fine, but more needles, the move lasts longer. And so I'm going to get bared. I'm going to get dash attacked. And I'm out, but at what cost? So I'm escaping all this. That back air actually probably I could have gotten down smacked for, and that would have been really bad. But had I drifted it the other way to the left, that would have been good. Again, I don't know what this guy's up to. I dash back. I should have enough time to come in and punish, but I don't. He gets those dash attacks out. He's not really approaching with much else than dash attack, which makes me think that crouch canceling could be more effective here. We're each on a plat. One thought is to just throw a needle. Another thought, I guess if he's just going to miss that aerial, like that's an opportunity for a grab. I think he's doing this on purpose to try to bait me in and dash attack me, but I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm picking my nose or something. I'm not really playing the game. We can get the ledge here. That's all good and dandy. Nice ledge dash. Yep, he's going to pressure me. We're going to roll. and it's just too much for my measly little shield, unfortunately. Gonna be able to burn him here because, I don't know, he just likes getting burned. I don't know if his up air is great. He's kind of at too low percent. I'm thinking I'm kind of panicking here, but he's going to end up comboing all those moves, and that's probably it for me.
Oh, not gonna take it up.
Yeah. So last ditch situation. Of course he's going to down smash here, right? Because it hits me back off the stage. That's kind of his best bet. I think I could have held down and in with both sticks, gotten an ops attack, and he was probably just going to grab me and forward throw me and kill me. But it's just maybe another way that I could have extended this a little bit longer. But no, I'm going to die. So, I don't know.
So what is
Moments
like
of
Sheik
brilliance
to like
in a sea
Ices, Fox.
of mediocrity. That's
It's crazy. I play Falco. I mean, I
Something I've
play
seen
a
there.
rushdown Falco. Check out my cool rushdown.
okay. Both going towards middle, right? I want my center stage. I want to put pressure on him so he can't pull a turn up. He's floating. Now I want out, right? Like, uh-oh, this jab pressure, like, it's time to get out of here. It's time for me to escape. And I do. And that was just the double down smash. Like, the first one, I knew to bait out, and I'm at 60 now. So, the platforms are shorter here, which means it's way easier to get clipped by that, which means, you know, you got to be way more careful, but at the same time, they're going to pull the trigger faster. So, I could have just waited that out. You also have the option to do the no impact land grab here, which I think would have been, like, really cool. Just ran into that one. That's definitely one of the key interactions in terms of, like, it just costs you so much that you have to avoid it. It doesn't, even if it doesn't come up that often, right? I'm liking this fair. He likes to do a lot of these descending aerials, and when I fair, I just kind of beat him out of it, and then it also turns into this situation, which I would say is fairly favorable for me. I feel like I get out of lag faster. You can see here, it literally just combos in a grab. Like, that's fantastic. So, of course, he's going to plat here. I really like down air. I just like the move. I like that it can cover a couple of the options on the plat. Here, it ends up being fine. You could have also no impact landed. Could have wave dashed or wave landed down to, like, have a crouch. So if they get up attack, you can still cover that. But this ends up turning another grab, which I think is good to kind of keep grabbing because, you know, as long as you keep grabbing, you get more percent and you know you still have one more hit at the end. So that, I'm going to replay that. Boop, boop, boop. Oh.
It's like, oh, what's the right thing
Nice
to do
combo
here?
here. Nice
Let's
combo
look
here.
it up.
I get my free hit. I choose fair. Fair or nair is fine. Nair is a little bit more percent. So this is nice that I run away. I bait this out. I know that I can't quite get there in time. So I'm going to get closer to him to scare him, but not close enough that I can get hit, and I'm going to mix up this spacing a little bit. So he probably thinks, oh, he's going to wave land off to the right. He's going to be right about here, and I'm going to punish that area. And so that's why I didn't go off the platform. And you can see, right, like I guess it would have worked if I went off anyway, but I'm actually going to be a little bit further to the left. I wanted to just drop through there to mix up that spacing because I think it's pretty favorable for me. That was probably supposed to be a fair. He misses this. This is a free grab for me. Let's see if I figure that out. No, because I like jumping. Okay, so, and I probably, yeah, get hit. Okay. I figured he was going to down smash. This was smart to dare. I misspaced the dare. If I came straight down on his head, this would have comboed into something and it would have been great. Instead, dare has negative disjoint and down smash has a lot. So I get hit out of the air, off stage by down smash. That is a bad position, and he gets burned because he just loves attacking into up B. He gets out. Didn't need to double jump there. That was a little much. Really smart jab to keep me out. Going a little too fast here. All right, I land on stage. I am going to arms attack this, and he is going to cover it. Goodbye. Turn up. Yep. All right. So could have made it to the other side of turn up. That was a tough spot. I don't think I was getting back there. Okay. He's on the plat. He's probably going to jump because the plat's a tough spot for him. I can kind of follow underneath, put some pressure on, Getting hit by the turnips, not great. Setting up a little bit of a wall here. So that first jump kind of baits him in. Then the second one, we throw the back air out. Descending with this dare. So this dare also is just not going to hit because I don't even think I could have gotten, like, jumped and been fast enough to get hit by it. But it's a panic option, and it's probably going to be followed by another panic option. Possibly Nair. Maybe he just holds down. Maybe he air dodges. Let's see. And I fair here. That's just not quite what we're looking for. So I think I'm trying to be a little safe and do things in the air, push the issue, but I don't even drift back far enough for it to be safe. So really not a whole lot of benefit to that. Like, that is a bad position for him. He's falling with an aerial. It's way better for me to just trade. I should have held my ground and tilted. Okay. Get the needles going. That needles aren't really going to do a whole lot. In fact, it gets me hit because I do it in a very obvious position. This is going to be a combo for him. Ooh, I get out. Okay, maybe that's not true. Actually, that's definitely not true. But he reads that I'm going to get hit by it, and I don't. Yet again, descending bear. He loves doing it. It works that time. Holding shield. Okay, so he dash attacked, and I held shield there. I think some of the earlier interactions, I was also trying to dash attack. I think this was a position that I was talking about earlier where once I'm kind of not going to apply pressure, I hold my ground, but I don't kind of push in, and it ends up working out for me here because I get this guaranteed up air off the down throw, and we're not that far behind. Nice little movement. Try to base him out there. He throws the turnip after I've already rolled. That would have been a good time to needle, right? When I see him grab the other turnip, I want to punish him for that. I know he's probably not going to want to get hit by said needles, so he's probably going to stay in the air floating. I run away from this turnip, and then I come back. Fair amount of the air, because again, he's not doing rising aerials, right? He's going up in the air, and he's descending with it, so I can kind of catch him out of the air with those aerials, and sometimes it comes. It's pretty nice. Shield is low. I used my shield to escape. I don't have that much shield anymore. It is time to get out of dodge. And get out of dodge I do. I give him a little bit too much space. He gets another turn up. I'm not able to avoid that turn up. I am able to bait out that fair. Now we have another combo. That could have maybe been an F tilt. Everything gets fucking weird now. Okay, we're maybe not even going to analyze this part. Oh, use the invincibility from the wall jump, right? And then get my needles. I'm surprised that he's trying to play with me because, I mean, I have a ledge. This situation probably never comes up, but I can attack him safely without actually being on the ground using my grounded moves. So I'm going to take advantage of that every day of the week. I'm invincible from the ledge up there. So, I mean, fucking, I love that. Could have played that a little smarter in terms of maybe getting a strong hit in. You know, just get the move out because you're invincible, right? That could have been a fair. Instead, I get a second hit of forward smash. Don't want that. I tech that. Genius! And I nair, but he's got that covered too. And now I shield. He's going to nair. I nair out myself. He hits me. Okay. This is all fine, though. I don't know why. He's got to cover that top ledge. I guess that situation never comes up, but I just thought that was funny. I try to down smash. He ends up grabbing me here. This situation almost never comes up, that he's continually attacking me when I can get ledge invincibility up there. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is too worth looking into, but I definitely could have played that better, right? Get invincibility, attack, and then go back and get more invincibility. Like, it's really not complicated. You have two different ledges to use to pressure this person that is got nowhere to go, right? A little wall behind him. So definitely a situation I could have capitalized on a little bit more. Running around. Pokemon Stadium. Oh, he's actually going to attack. I was going to say, like, no reason for either of us to go and do anything crazy. Like, I get my needles. I try to not let him get too many turnips. We're in FD mode here. I don't know why I back aired. These weak back airs. Needles, throw the needles. He doesn't really mind. He keeps doing the same sort of, jump up, double jump down with an aerial. Ends up working there. I shield it. I'm able to escape. I see him rolling. I capitalized. They see me rolling. They're hating. And now, kind of even it up a little bit. Really not sure how that happened. I think that was just really, grab at the right precise time. I'm going to try to... wave dash in here is interesting. Wave dash in up tilt. So, at 0, do I recommend this? Certainly not. Ends up working out for me here. I think there's time that it can work. I think it probably caused that spot dodge that was supposed to be something else because of the way the hits work. And of course I'm jumping because of course he's down smashing. And hopefully this time I can get something off of it. So I got my needles going and I'm trying to hit him with the needles in such a way that this should turn right into a grab, which it does. Beautiful. This should be another hit. We get a fair, and look at the way he's landing. This opens itself up again. He wave lands, but I got you. Another one. Now he's landing on the platform. This can be another aerial, right? I chose nair this time. I don't know if down air would have worked in terms of popping up. I don't know if up air would have worked in terms of popping up. Other moves to consider. So I got the nair here. Hit him off the platform. Could have just fallen through. Done another aerial, right? Like he's kind of stuck. But I don't. Maybe I tried to, and I missed my input. Now I'm getting a forward smash. So really just leaving myself completely open to an attack here when that could have been more of a combo. Double jumping. Didn't need to do that. There. He's reading all that with the up smash. Try to nair to stop the turn up. He's going to throw this turn up high. I know that. I picked this other turn up. I don't think I meant to grab this turn up, but I was like, well, shit. I have it. Let me just get out of here. I will throw the turn up at him, and if it hits, great. And if not, don't really care. So throw the turn up and try to capitalize off that pressure, thinking maybe he'll shield. Nope. Could have held down there and gotten a grab because that was the weak hit. He's going to do that same thing. He's going to jump up, come down with an aerial. I've been baiting that out all game. That time just decided not to do the dash back, dash in. That time I decided to, I don't know, watch paint dry. He reads my tech in place. He misspaces, and I get something off of it. I think this cost me the set. I jumped into that down smash. I think that this was pretty obvious that he was going to down smash. I think I could have full hopped. I think I could have waited it out. Just tough, right? Like, but I knew this was coming. Instead, the stock is gone. Boop. He's going to cover himself with the turn up. I try to cover him with the nair. These light hits. I tech roll out. He reads which way I'm going. I'm still in the corner. He got the weak hit that time. I can't roll out here. My down air and his up smash, both interesting choices, I guess, because he just thinks I'm going to keep doing that down air. Down air actually would have worked had I timed and spaced it correctly. He dash jacks into me again. So again, he's doing this dash jack often. He's not always getting the strong hit. A lot of opportunities for me to grab off of it. A lot of opportunities for me to just kind of wait in those positions. Like he's not running up and down smashing. That threat is gone. That was another weak one. But we are going to capitalize off him trying to pressure me. And this is a free hit. Excellent. Down air. I don't know what. I guess he was expecting a fair or nair, so he just holds up. It's a great mix-up. It can cover multiple options. And it combos perfectly into up air, where it puts him at this excellent spacing where you have to be fast, but you hit the up air, but it's as high as possible hitting the up air. So that kills at really early percents. That's one of my favorite setups. We're going to take the stock there. So if I had to pick my two proudest moments from this set, it would be that wave dash back on the battlefield side plat, and it would be this setup. I do this all the time, so it's not like anything crazy, but god dang is it effective. So I'm getting out of there. He's invincible. I'm not. I throw the needles again, a little early. Could have tried to roll out of that. Instead, didn't roll out of that. Taking my time getting to ledge here. Rolling out. He's rolling too. I try to grab. Right, at this point, I'm nervous. I'm thinking, oh no, he is ahead. He has a lead. I got to get a grab here or I'm toast. I roll again here, right? Playing out of the corner. Try to throw some needles, and he is going to intercept me. Those needles, definitely a bold call in the corner because he's going to take his time. He's got no reason to rush in. So that's going to be the set. Hope you learned something. Definitely a lot of positions where I could have just held down, been a little bit more patient, held my ground, not retreat, and I would have been looking good. I would have been getting more grabs. With the grabs, there could be a little bit more variety with the combos I do, doing some up air, doing some tilts, maybe waiting and getting some re-grabs, and taking my time, right? Like I jump, I got the full hop, I'm in the air for a long time. He doesn't really try to intercept and full hop me, so I can take my time with lining up where I fall and what my aerial is going to be. And even if I can't down air, nair is super fast and still hits under me and is pretty strong. So you kind of nair, you don't get a combo off of it every time per se. But knockdown also is really good because if you knock them down, you let the needles rip, and most of the time they're going to get hit by the needles. Love needles. I'm just trying to think about anything else. Maybe some of the recoveries. I think that he just kind of gives it to me every time, so I don't know. I'm going to take the free hit and the free ledge every time he gives it to me. But maybe that will evolve. And I think that maybe also mixing up once I do something successfully, don't necessarily need to spam it again. I can pick a new option that I also think will work just so that, as soon as he's prepared for one thing, bam, I hit him with the next. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of this, fellow Sheiks and other Melee players, and maybe I'll do this again sometime.